good and you can become divine.
Each human being is naturally peaceful, naturally pure, naturally good, and the quality of evil is our unnatural state. So in meditation, we're practicing that, focusing on the original, pure, divine self, which is our true state.
If humans are inherently good, then why do they lie, cheat, steal, make war? Whatever good there is within us apparently isn't enough to keep us from doing evil. Therefore, to seek salvation from within is to seek it from the wrong source. We're not separated from our higher self. We're separated from God by sin.
Ernst Winter has a PhD in international law. He was a diplomat in the Austrian Foreign Service for 10 years, and from 1968 through 78 was a director with the United Nations.
My greatest concern really is the growing interest and dedication and application of Eastern mystical thought and practices within traditional Christian groups and churches. There's a vacuum, there's a longing. They want to be filled with, quote, religious experience.
Today's New Age teachings falsely claim that Hindu spiritual experiences are compatible with Christianity. And the incredible thing is that so many Christian leaders, through their books, magazines, sermons, radio and TV programs, encourage millions of Christians to seek Christianized Hindu experiences.
Many people who are in the Christian church have come to us and have had deeper experiences of spirituality and of God as a result of this meditation.
As a society, we've become geared to basing our beliefs on our experiences. If our experience and our feelings tell us that something is valid and genuine and good, then we automatically assume that that is the measure of absolute truth.
No distinction is made whether this is a spiritual experience coming from God the Father or from the rule of this world. The appreciation of Satan or the devil or demon has diminished enormously because the rationality says there cannot be a Satan, there cannot be demons. These are psychological phenomena, maybe even have to be treated by a psychiatrist. Opening, therefore, to spiritual experiences one's soul opens many people to the occult.
The Jesus who came to me in times of deep meditation gave me visions and experiences that were beautiful beyond description. I was convinced that because I was witnessing miracles of healing, because these things are so filled with love, they must be good and from God. And yet one day it occurred to me that I had no objective, absolute truth against which to test my experiences, that my feelings, my emotions, perhaps were open and subject to some form of subtle manipulation which I didn't understand. At that point, I decided to look into the Old and New Testament. I knew that I'd fallen then for the Jesus of the counterfeits.
Trying to develop spirituality based on feelings, ecstasy or experiences is like building a house on sand. Our relationship with God should be built on a solid foundation of biblical knowledge.
Now, I believe that we are challenged to test the Spirit, that we should read Scripture, that we should study the Bible, and that we should not value experiences higher than the Word of God.
Biblical meditation is thinking deeply on the person and work of God and Christ, concentrating on and knowing His Word.
Most Catholic monasteries and most Protestant Bible schools have introduced one system of meditation or another, and they are based upon the practices of yoga. Many of the church people, and particularly the leaders of the churches and denominations, look with great hope to Eastern mysticism that it would bring new life into a dead body.
I recently graduated from a major American theological seminary, and I've seen an alarming influence of Eastern mysticism in terms of using meditation techniques, biofeedback, self-hypnosis, autosuggestion as a tool in order to gain mental and physical health. The danger to the students is that these professors are using Christian terminology in order to describe Eastern techniques. One of the professors who is teaching Christian meditation told us to empty our minds because we should kind of image God in this meditation.
The belief that we can create reality with our minds comes directly from the Hindu concept that everything is an illusion, or Maya. This is the new delusion in transpersonal psychology, and it's rampant even in the evangelical church today, where it's becoming increasingly popular to believe that we enhance worship by visualizing an image of God or of Jesus, that we create the answer to our prayers by visualizing what we're praying for. Creating a visual image of Jesus or God in our minds is no less idolatrous than if we made the same image out of wood or stone. Forcing God to participate in a situation or honor a desire that I have visualized in my imagination is simply a devious way of attempting to manipulate him into doing what I want without admitting it.
While infiltrating the Christian church, Eastern mysticism is also powerfully influencing world politics. Under the umbrella of the United Nations, countless New Age groups spread their philosophies worldwide. Many UN leaders, UN agencies, and the World Council of Churches with its deep UN ties promote New Age beliefs and practices. The UN has its own meditation room and resident guru, Sri Chinmoy. Even the United States Pentagon has meditation rooms. A graduate of Harvard School of Divinity, Leland Stewart, directs the Unity and Diversity Council, a powerful New Age promotional network that originated with a 1965 directive of the United Nations General Assembly.
Unity and Diversity Council is a worldwide coordinating body of what we call it individuals, organizations, and networks looking toward a time in which there will be one single organized energy of networking throughout the planet.
Under Stewart's leadership in 1982, this group linked arms with Graham Wilson's Mind, Body, Spirit festivals, forming a vast army dedicated to the merger of all religions into one, under a world leader.
I am very interested in the harmony of all religions. It's not just to give birth to another religion, but rather to produce, let's call it, a universal religious outlook through which there can be a new connecting of all cultures and all religions, all races.
In this growing consciousness of sharing godliness and looking for a leader to lead everyone into this new heaven, the UN plays a very important role inasmuch as it is a support system. Any group that meets to discuss these matters would be very eager and very careful to have UN sponsorship.
Our organization has been represented in the United Nations. We have an office there, and this has been going on for approximately 5 years. We've been involved in all the sessions that are going on in the UN. We've been able to watch and participate, offering meditations and presentations.
How is this possible? I think it became possible by the thought and actions of one man in the UN, Robert Mueller, who was continuously emphasizing that the UN has to be a support system to this conditioning of man, to this sharing desire, to this looking for a one world government, for one world leader, and playing down, and I believe myself correctly, that the UN is not that world government.